Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a story time video because something really weird happened to Cora and I today. So I really wanted to tell you guys about it. And this time, I'm gonna do a story time with a cup of hot cocoa. This is my last day of school today before the break, so I'm celebrating with this really good smelling cup of hot cocoa. Cora actually gave me this little hot cocoa pack, mason jar, hot cocoa mix mason jar for Christmas, and I kind of felt bad because I didn't have anything to give her. Don't worry if I'm taking long breaks to sip this hot cocoa because it is cold and just like that. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to do a story time today, and this story time video is about something that happened today. So Cora and I usually go out to lunch because our school allows us to go out and eat lunch. So, we were planning on going out. So as we're going out, we saw these two boys in our class. I'll call them Evan and Corey with a C. So we meet these two people. We see them down they're they're ahead of us, and we're behind them, but we're heading in the same way to the same place. And they're like, "Are you following us?" And we're like, "No, we're not following you." I don't remember exactly what the conversation was like, but it was like, "Are you following us?" "No, we're not following you. But we're going in the same way as you guys are." So we headed over to the same food area. If you live in New York City, it's called Chelsea Market. So we headed over to that same food area, and Cora and I were going to get we were going to get grilled cheese sandwiches, and because I didn't have the money for a grilled cheese sandwich because it was $7 and I only had $6, so I got a taco, and Cora was gonna get a grilled cheese sandwich. So we're talking around these boys, and these boys are like, "Oh, well, we're gonna go to I don't know where they were gonna go, but they were gonna go somewhere different than where we were going." And Cora was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the grilled cheese place. It's very, very good." And then, so Cora and I, we finally get to this Chelsea Marketplace, and I go off to get my taco. And what Cora explained to me later was that she walked down the way with these two kids, and they were going to stop at a different cafe, but they were the guy, Evan, was like, "Okay, let's go with Cora to the grilled cheese place." And Cora and I were expecting to just lose these kids after we got into the Chelsea Marketplace and just kind of lose them in the crowd, because we were going to our own separate places. So we were thinking, okay, we'll just separate from them because we don't want to spend lunch with these guys. They're not that I don't know, they're not our friends at all, and we just don't feel like hanging around them. And also one of them is kind of creepy. So anyway, so Cora later explains to me that they follow her to the grilled cheese place and they decide to get grilled cheeses there. The guy Corey's like, "Oh, I thought we were going to this place." And then the guy Evan's like, "Oh no, let's go with Cora to the grilled cheese place." I do have to say that we were raving about this grilled cheese place, but still, it was kind of weird they made that really sudden decision. Okay, guys, so I will continue my story in a second, but as you can see, I have changed locations because my mom had to work in the kitchen area, so I had to get out of there. But I will continue telling you the story right now. So basically, again, they made this creepy decision to go with Cora to the grilled cheese place, and we're like, okay, well, I wasn't there to witness it, but Cora was like, "Okay, just come with me." So I got my taco at this amazing taco place really quickly. So I headed back, and they were still waiting for the grilled cheese. And then they were like, "Okay, so after we go here, do you guys want to go to Fat Witch Bakery, which is a brownie place in Chelsea Market?" And we're like, "Okay, let's go." Okay, we'll just sit there, I guess. We didn't want to be rude. Or I guess Cora said okay. And I was fine with going to like look at brownies, like what's wrong with that. So we were like, okay, but we can't buy anything. So we're just waiting for the grilled cheese. And finally we get our grilled cheese and we head over to the bakery. So at the bakery there's like samples at the far end. I've never been to this bakery, but I guess I saw samples at the far end and they got the last 2 samples or something. And then this guy, Corey, was like, oh, because Cora, I don't know what she did. I think Cora and I both like were like, oh, we missed the samples because like obviously you want to get samples. We didn't have enough money to buy stuff for ourselves. So we were like, oh, I wish we grabbed those samples when we could. And then Cora was like, it's okay, you can have my sample. I haven't bitten into it yet. And we were kind of creeped out. We were like, okay, like, I don't know. Just, there was something weird about what I don't know. It was kind of awkward, like, okay. But I guess he was just trying to be nice. He wasn't as creepy as this Evan guy. So anyway, this Evan guy is like, okay, like, do you want a brownie? And I was like, oh, I don't have any money. He's like, I'll pay for you. I was like, I'm sorry, we're not on a date here. We're not on a date here. Like, what are you thinking? Although I am a food digger, I was still kind of like, brownie? Like, why are you buying me my own brownie? But anyways, he's like, no, it's fine. It's totally fine. I can buy you a brownie. And I was like, okay, I'll pay you back, I guess. And he's like, oh no, you don't have to pay me back. I'm like, okay. So he buys me this like brownie thing. And I'm like, thank you very much. So to try to get out of this really, really weird and awkward situation, because at this point, Cora and I were like super creeped out. We were like, okay, like how do we get out of this? Cora was like, she told me she was running her self-defense moves through her head, which we also did later. But so I'm pretty good at making up like kind of excuses. Whoa, I'm moving the camera. Why did I do that? But I'm pretty good at making up like excuses, I guess you could say, for awkward situations with kids like this. So I was like, oh, Cora and I have to go to Starbucks to get ice water, because at Starbucks, the waitresses behind the counter can sometimes give you water for free. So we were like, okay, we have to go get Starbucks. We have to go get water at Starbucks or whatever. And he's like, okay, we'll come with you. And I was like, no, this is not the plan. Like, you can't take a hint, guy. Take a hint. It was just the worst feeling in the world, because then they're like following us to Starbucks, and then they figure out where our secret Starbucks location is. I don't know if they tell everyone in the school, but so they follow us to the Starbucks thing, and we get our ice water, and we're trying to like find a table that's separate from them. And of course, like, so we're like creeped out. We're like looking at each other like, run for your life. So we're at the Starbucks. We sit down for a little while. And Cora's like, go, Chana, run through, think about self-defense, think about all the self-defense moves that you know. I was like, okay, I don't know many, like, I know a few. And she's like, she's like teaching me all these self-defense moves and like all these dangerous self-defense moves. And she's like, we usually do this on dummies, but today I might have to do it on these dummies instead. I was like, oh, okay, anyway, to the point. So we finally like figure it's time to, we kind of want to get out of there. Like, we didn't feel like sitting. Cora and I were also sharing the same seat because we didn't want to be near them. So we were like sitting in the same seat. And we were uncomfortable. We had no reason to stay at the Starbucks and like drink water. So also my mom was going to like deliver some my phone to me because I left my phone at home. So we were like, oh, we have to go to, like, I was like, oh, we have to go see my mom right now because she has to meet us in front of the school. And they were like, finally. They were like, okay, bye. And we were like, oh, we barge out of that Starbucks, like, running from our lives. I can't even explain. We were just like, we were running out of there. There was like, you had to go through this like vestibule, and there was the store. We like ran, like almost crashed into the side of the little vestibule, and then ran through the door, like ran down this long block in front of the Google building. It was crazy. It was so creepy. And then like whenever we saw these guys the rest of the day, it was like really weird. I know it sounds very like not bad, but it was really creepy. Like if you were trailed around by these people and then they wouldn't leave you alone, and then they were like, oh, I'll buy you something, like I'll buy you a brownie. I don't like, it was just weird. And then I was scared, like, because there was Evan and Corey, and then it was Cora and Chana. Then it was me and Cora. So it was like, I was scared someone from our school would like come into the Chelsea market and be like, ooh, you guys are on a double date or something like that, because they were trailing us around so close, and I was just like, oh, get away from me. But anyway, that was the story that happened today. It kind of like shook up my day a tiny bit. I know it sounds very like harmless, but it was kind of creepy and weird. I hope you enjoyed this story time. Comment below if you would like more story times. I will see you guys. I don't know when I'll see you guys. Well, Christmas is on Friday, so I might be doing a Christmas vlog, or I could be doing a what I got for Christmas video. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more story times. I think there's one coming up from Cora. And then also stay tuned for some cooking videos. I know Cora likes to bake a lot of cookies during Christmas. Her family has like a tradition of baking like 1 million different flavors of cookies. So she might be getting a video about that. I'm not sure. But I might also be getting a cooking video out as well. So please stay tuned for that. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm so weird. Okay guys, so please stay tuned for those videos. I know we haven't been posting a lot, but we've been really trying. It's been so busy. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you next video. Oh my god, I'm failing at this exit. This is actually like an awkward exit. Okay, so I will see you guys next video. Bye. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you like the story time, because I really like filming them, because there's a lot of weird stories in my life. I will see you guys next video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you would like to see my last story time, you can click on the screen or in the link below and check out that. It wasn't a weird story, but it was about cake, so you might be interested in that. Anyway guys, I'll see you next video. Bye!